Help! Your employees may be suffering from a lack of engagement, and the C-suite wants to know how it affects their bottom line. But what does it really mean to have engaged employees? And how do you know if you have a healthy level of it? Employee engagement is when an employee not only performs the function of their role, but is also emotionally connected to his or her work, productivity, and outcomes, as well as contribution to the team's goal and company's mission. One of the keys to successful employee engagement initiatives is a continuous feedback loop between what was initiated and how it resonates with employees. Agile and Scrum play perfect companion roles to this. Let's take a closer look. Number 1, measure employee happiness. Although happiness does not equal engagement, it is an indicator. When an employee is happy with their work environment, and coworkers, they're in a better mental space to connect emotionally with the company's mission and relate it back to their personal contribution to that mission. A simple but effective way to measure employee happiness is to take a verbal read of team members at regular intervals. You can also rate on a scale of 1 to 10 to gauge it metrically. Team members can rate how happy they are in their roles, with their team, and with the company. This opportunity to know that their thoughts and opinions are heard and acted upon increases trust and connection, two critical aspects to employee engagement. Number 2, make time to reflect on what just happened. The problem with quarterly or yearly reviews is that too much time has passed to accurately recall how things went. When that much time has passed before a reflection period, it's too easy to generalize and nuances are lost. An agile way to increase employee engagement is by holding a retrospective of recent events. Check in with the team to see how the week went. It's an opportunity for team members to share what went well and what was frustrating, allowing space for collaborative brainstorming on improvements. The team can then implement adjustments that would create a smoother workflow and interaction from this point forward. You can use happiness tracking tools to keep the feedback collected in one spot to review and reflect on. Number 3, partner up to get more done. Sometimes it's necessary to go heads down on an aspect of a project to get it done, but a project benefits when great minds come together. When a team member is tasked with bringing a full project to completion on their own, they can feel overwhelmed when faced with roadblocks. Stress is sure to follow. However, this can be alleviated when team members make it a practice to swarm. Swarming is when the team collaborates on the same thing to get it done. By working together on the same thing, the team is able to build on each other's expertise, get work done faster, have fun, and learn something new at the same time. Number 4, show and tell. Let the team know what you're working on, what you plan to work on, and what you got done. The simple practice relieves anxiety, increases trust, exposes any dependencies amongst team members, and provides opportunities for feedback. When everyone on the team trusts that important work is getting done by all team members, happiness is increased and their focus is channeled on the right things. Number 5, improve a little bit every day. When employees are actively involved in identifying and proposing solutions that help the company move forward faster, this increases their investment in the company's success, and by default, they become more involved contributors. In Scrum, we do this by introducing a Kaizen at regular intervals. Kaizen is a Japanese word meaning improvement, and in this context, the team commits to one improvement that will better the process each sprint. This in turn helps the company move forward faster. Number 6, encourage bringing whole selves to work. Too often we find ourselves focused solely on our roles in the office. Being intentional and taking time to really get to know each other as human beings can be as easy as playing some music or talking about our weekends. The first value of the Agile Manifesto is to value individuals and interactions over processes and tools. Being mindful of this value positively impacts employee engagement because in its practice, the company lets its employees know that they matter more than a set system. And bonus number 7, create space for everyone to speak up and share. Be it virtual or in person, there are always personalities in a room that dominate a conversation. Create space for your introverts who have just as much to offer but choose not to deliver that value in the same way an outspoken person does. Think, write, share is a great way to amplify quiet voices. Instead of having everyone shout out their answers or suggestions, introduce a length of time for everyone to think through ideas quietly. During that time, the team anonymously writes them down. After the time is up, everyone shares their suggestions. This way, everyone shares their thoughts equally, avoiding a situation where the loudest voice in the room anchors everyone else's ideas. Now, this tip is not exclusively Agile, but it is a more inclusive way to ensure that all voices are heard. Think, write, share in your next brainstorming and collaborative session. So there you have 6 Agile ideas to boost employee engagement, and 1 bonus. We hope this has been helpful. Which engagement idea will you try first? Brought to you by Scrum Inc.